Well, it's an anthology series, so each week you have a different story, and the idea was to go back to stuff like Play for Today and the Tales of the Unexpected, where you genuinely don't know what the story's going to be until you sit down and watch it. And we wrote 6 standalone episodes, and they all take place in a different number 9, and it's as simple as that, really.
How do you and Reese find the time to do things like this in amongst everything else that you do?
Well, it's our job. So, it's what we've always liked to have a project on the go. So as soon as we finished Psychoville, we started talking about what we'd like to do next. And sometimes an idea has a slow genesis, or that you'll put it in and there's a slow development to it. And in the meantime, I'd go off and do a series of Benidorm or a series of Whitechapel. But with this, we filmed the first block in December 2012. So the episode that goes out tonight, we actually filmed, 2012, which seems like, well, it is a very long time ago, and then we filmed 3 more last summer, and you just got to look at your diary and try and fill it up.
How do you write it? Do you both go away and write stuff and come together, or do you just sit in a room and say, okay, this is the story?
Well, we do sit in a room. We have an office. We've both lived very near each other, and we both have kids, so we decided we couldn't write at home anymore. It was too distracting. So we got a little office, and we'll just start kicking ideas around. We've known each other so long now, so we have that kind of relationship with each other where we can, nothing's off, nothing's not allowed to be talked about, if you like. So we come up with some quite dark ideas and encourage each other and make each other laugh. That's the key to it. We are genuinely best friends, and we sit in a room, we try and make each other laugh, we write it down, and it's as simple as that. There's no formula.
Do you scare yourself with the dark places you go to?
Not really, no, which says a lot about me, probably. We do have very normal, ordinary lives. We've both got kids. We both meet each other in school playground, and we can see, when our children go for a play date with somebody else, the parents looking slightly nervous. We're going to send our child into that man's house. But no, I think it's just from a love of other things. So if you can link it into something like Tales of the Unexpected, what the viewer expects from that. Well, it's the unexpected. So it's not always, having to come up with dark stuff in your own head.
You've also got an amazing cast for these, haven't you?
Yeah, well, each one has a different cast. Reese and I are in most of them, not all of them. And the first one, we have the likes of Anne Reid, Timothy West, Catherine Parkinson. I think people like to do different stuff, and each one of them was filmed over a period of a week. And so you just put the offer out, you cast your net wide. We got people like Gemma Arterton to come in, Tamsin Gregg, Dennis Lawson, Una Chaplin, and it's been great fun. But I think an awful lot of serious dramatic actors love the idea of doing a comedy. And especially if they've watched The League of Gentlemen and Psychoville, and they've just, people are always coming up to us and saying, please write me a part, I'm fed up of doing the same old thing. So it was an adventure for everyone.
Because you must like that, with people coming to you and asking for things, and not only writing your own stuff, but you're not averse to throwing in the odd episode of Benidorm, are you, as well, when you write one of those?
Exactly, yeah. That's and Whitechapel as well. I've tended to sort of be in a show, worm my way in, and then when they need a script writer, go, oh, I'll do it for you.
Is it double bubble when you do that?
Well, it's you're nervous because you can't leave. You can't just hand your script in and go away. You have to go in every day and see whether the other actors are going to go, who wrote this rubbish? But I've been very very lucky to work on both those shows, and I'm very careful to look after the actors, especially the ones who are my friends, and make sure they, I will give myself fewer lines.
You're saying that now, but this is mine. I'm having this. This is a good gag. So this goes out then over the next few weeks. Inside number 9. Benidorm, this new series is coming to an end. Are you doing another Benidorm after this one as well, or not? Yeah,
there is going to be another Benidorm, which starts filming at the end of March. So I'll be back in the sun for that.
Oh, it's a hard life, isn't it? And anything else that you're doing after these as well?
Well, I'm filming something at the moment up in Yorkshire called Happy Valley, which is a BBC drama, and that's a fantastic script by Sally Wainwright, who did Last Tango in Halifax. And it's a very dark kidnap drama. I liken it to Fargo meets Emmerdale, where I play an accountant who gets involved in this sort of awful kidnap plot, and it spirals out of control. So I think it's going to be very exciting, that one. It'll be on later in the year.
I'm hooked. You've got me on that already. Steve, thanks for being on BBC Radio Derby.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me.